Good evening. My name is Staff Sergeant Fortenberry. My AFSC is a 3PO X5 Security Forces member. I'm with the 186 Security Forces Squadron. I'm out of Keyfield, Meridian, Mississippi. Been with them for about 3 years now. Before that, I was a United States Marine, 4 years active duty. I've got 1 deployment under my belt with the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, 1 TDY to Patriot South. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about how my AFSC is performed. Then I also want to talk about how it correlates with my squadron's mission, how my squadron's mission correlates with the Wings mission, and in turn how the Wings mission has an impact on the Air Force core missions of rapid global mobility, air superiority, and global strike. Alright, so first let's talk about rapid global, well, first let's back up a little bit. I want to talk about my squadron's mission. So my duty and my squadron's duties are exactly the same. My squadron actually does not have a core mission, but we do have a responsibility of protecting property and personnel for which we are responsible for. Our Wings core mission is to provide rapid mobility and air refueling capabilities for AMC aircraft. Okay, so let's talk about how this is achieved. So myself and my squadron are in charge of securing the flight line and the installation. We do this because doing that and ensuring that only authorized personnel are on these aircraft allow these air crews and the pilots to get onto the aircraft in a rapid manner, allowing the wing to get that aircraft in the air as fast as possible. Now, this is important because one of the Air Force's core missions is rapid global mobility. So, what is rapid global mobility? So, to me, rapid global mobility is the ability to take an aircraft and get it anywhere it needs to go in a quick manner. What's not quick? Well, stopping for fuel, that's not quick. It takes a long time to fuel these aircraft, it takes a long time to land the aircraft, then you have to go through the process of securing the flight line, securing the area, making sure nobody's going to get to these assets. So the wing is able to get that aircraft generated and get it in the sky and get it to these aircraft that the Air Force is sending to a larger area of operation, and in turn give that aircraft fuel without landing, so there's no need to resecure flight line or anything like that. It allows that aircraft to go directly to where it needs to go. Okay, so that's how our squadron, our wing, supports the Air Force core mission of rapid global mobility. So now your next question is probably, well, how do you support air superiority? Well, it's almost the same thing. So we still have to secure the flight line. We still have to verify identification for air crew and pilots that are going to be operating these aircraft. In turn, that allows the wing to get these aircraft in the air and ensure that our Air Force is able to maintain dominance in the sky. This is extremely, extremely, extremely important. It doesn't matter what branch you're in, it doesn't have to be Air Force. And this is achieved because those aircraft are able to stay in the sky. They don't have to land, so when they land, we're pulling assets and we're pulling power from the sky at that moment. And as I stated before, it takes a very long time to refuel aircraft. So we're losing manpower in the air when we have to land to refuel. So our wing completely streamlines that process. We're able to get those aircraft in the air and keep them fueled and keep them in the fight. Okay? So now we're going to talk about Global Strike. Global Strike's pretty unique to our base because we actually have a mission for it. I can't go into detail because, OPSEC. Uncle Sam's OPSEC, look it up. Alright, so how does our squadron support Global Strike? Our squadron supports Global Strike by ensuring the installation is on complete lockdown. We purge the flight line. Nobody comes on the flight line except air crew and pilots or crash and rescue, God forbid, if that's needed. Alright, so the wing, then in turn, their whole mission is to support Big Air Force. We're supporting AMC aircraft. We're taking that aircraft when they're going overseas or they're going downrange to conduct their mission. we're keeping that aircraft in the air. We're extending the flight path of that aircraft because they're not having to stop and land halfway in between their destination to get fuel. So we're extending that fight. We're taking the fight to the enemy by keeping those aircraft in the air. Alright, so now let's talk about one more thing. I want to talk about what would happen should security forces be eliminated as a career field. It'd be a terrible decision. God help the guy that ever tries it. Alright, so security forces is pretty unique because we're every installation, everywhere you go, we're there. That's our bread and butter, is keeping the installation safe. So without us, there'd be nobody to protect assets, there'd be nobody to protect classified information. As we know, missions can't operate without aircraft, and you definitely don't want your classified information getting out to the enemy. So in conclusion, I've introduced you to myself, you know my background. I've talked about how my squadron supports my wing, and how my wing supports the Air Force core missions of rapid global mobility, air superiority, and global strike. This concludes my period of instruction. Should you have any questions, please feel free to email me. May you have an Air Force day.